Jen really took an interest in what we were doing, and it was just built through conversations and yarning. And I found out that Clontarf was a key partner, and we offered them a female component to invest in. Because as we said, we're moving away from that deficit narrative. In our community, 80% of our resources go towards case management or crisis response. We are the current only after-school program that exists in our community to support our young ones to walk in their own journey, to find out who they want to be beyond the weight and the responsibility of culture, the narrative. We have a main business location in the CBD, and that is there for a purpose. We have blackened out the whole space, and we're the only visible Aboriginal space in the central business district of our community, because we want to shift the narrative. Our local MP has just done a big media piece and is trying to get a policy through that there should be harsher penalties for young people who are committing crime. We have the youngest population in Victoria, where the majority of our community are under the age of 25. We know the stats and the statistics that those types of policies negatively and biasly affect our community. Kiilalaana is a space for our young people to choose whether they want to walk with their pain or their potential. We don't force them to choose, we give them the role models, we give them the access, and we give them the choice. And Josie wasn't a naughty kid, as she was saying, she was just choosing what was available to her. But we believe in the power of choice, and just yarning with Jen and actually getting to know the human faces behind corporate Australia, because I didn't grow up in business. I didn't grow up in corporate, like Uncle said. That capacity to build relationships builds that capacity and capability. Dixie's been a big part of my journey as a businesswoman, and seeing her walk that journey. And people getting to know us is where the change really gets to happen. So we have some quandong seeds that we'd like to share with you. And we invite you to take a seed. Now, the quandong seed is very significant in our community. We invite you to take one with you, because it's a fruit. It nourishes our community. There's a nut inside the seed that is also very nutritious, and these are the seeds that you'll see on our belt. And we invite you to take a seed to ask yourself, what are you going to plant when you leave this time and space? Are you going to be gammon? And gammon means you're going to be full of and just talk it, or are you actually going to do something from today and use the momentum to go away and plant a seed that is not going to benefit you or your organisations, but is going to benefit those who will come after you long after you're gone? Because that's really important, is when you take a seed, you're contributing and committing to something so much deeper than just a piece of artwork on a paper. And our artworks are powerful. They tell stories. Like Uncle said, we are oral history makers. I don't know how our old people remembered all that. With all the technology, I've got to write things down to remember them. But our old people could remember, and they passed on that oral history. So when you take a seed, really just roll it around. And what's your intention going to be when you leave this time and place? Who are going to be the beneficiaries of the work that you choose to do, the footsteps that you choose to create? We speak and we dance barefoot so we can connect to time and place and country. And just to say thank you for this time and place, we'd like to gift some gifts to Dixie and Jen, and thank them for opening doors for us. And we'd actually like to We'd actually like to gift a dance belt to Bunzl and to Jen, because our dance group was actually started by two of our formators, Giselle Spencer and Asinta Tuolaki, who decided that they wanted to practice culture in their own way, away from lateral violence, away from politics, and give themselves a space to bring culture. So the dance belt represents the seeds for planting change. The emu feather is actually, it has two feathers attached to one stem. So we're taught that you always have a choice. Are you going to make a decision and an action that's going to benefit or harm you? And the fact that this program and these dances are a combination of our young people remembering their culture and getting permission to walk that in their own path, and self-determination and sovereignty, is the real power of why we came all the way from the East Coast to share our time and place with you. And we just want to say thank you and really invite you to be intentional with what you do next, because when you help an Indigenous business, you're not just helping out and ticking a box of doing procurement. You're allowing us, like Uncle said, to take care of our families. I'm a business owner. I'm known as the Bakaji warrior in my community. I'm a 3-time world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Winning world titles is playtime for me. It's what I do for fun. I like squashing people and I'm really good at it. But the biggest difference is, the reason I say that's easy is not to be arrogant to my skill. I am world class at what I do, and I won 3 world titles in my 30s as a mum of 3 while recovering from a mental illness. What is hard is healing my own trauma so that my children didn't become victims of my dysfunction. Is choosing to face community lateral violence and stand up and do something and meet a need that you know needs to be done. Going first, starting an organisation that I have no idea how to run. But I started because I had the passion and the belief in our young people to do something different. But we're not, like when you book someone like us as a speaker, majority of our funds either go back into our families or our communities. When you work with a company, they're sponsoring or they're supporting or they're employing Aboriginal people. So it is so much more than just a transaction. It is making us possible to be able to walk in our own worlds and weave our worlds together. So we just want to say thank you for making us feel welcome. And we invite you to come and have a yarn with us or any of the girls if you'd like to know more about our story. But we also want to wish Bunzl well on their next journey and say thank you for opening this door and this opportunity, because it's allowed us to bring our girls to Noongar country and to do and be something really different. So thank you.
Amazing, well done girls, that was fantastic. And thanks Chantal for telling us your story. Good perspective. I remember you from International Women's Day last year, guys. Good trip.